Hey guys, VideoJames, and this is going to be how to use Togedemaru. The electric mouse for Alola did kind of disappoint because we thought it would be something incredibly amazing, like electric and ground, because when it was released, its typing was kind of mixed up. But then, as we see, we've got an electric and steel type. Not the best in terms of a electric type surviving, that since we have the steel type, we've now got to worry about a weakness to fire and fighting, as well as a 4 times weakness to ground now. But then we look at Togedemaru, we just see Iron Barbs and Lightning Rod as its normal abilities. Not anything special there, a little bit of double battle potential, some damage without attacking if you're using the Iron Barbs ability, but then for its hidden ability it has Sturdy, which in Togedemaru's case is actually very helpful. Because with Sturdy, any move that tries to one-hit KO it, or will end up one-hit KOing it, isn't going to one-hit KO and will leave the Pokemon with 1 HP. And with Togedemaru, that's going to be extremely helpful because it is not the strongest of the bunch. And then when we look at Togedemaru's moveset, we can see it's definitely a physical more than the special. That we've got its own special move, Zing Zap, as a physical 80 base power move. And Zing Zap having that chance to flinch with 80 base power, probably making it one of the best moves Togedemaru has, I would say. It's also got Nuzzle, 20 base power, 100% chance to flinch, 100 accuracy. Good for a setup, but not for a sweeper. And then we've got like Fell Stinger, Spiky Shield, Wild Charge, and Pin Missile. And what surprised me is that Togedemaru gets moves like Gyro Ball and Payback, but then it has extremely high speed. That Togedemaru has a base 96 speed. So, what's the point of Gyro Ball and Payback now if we're just going to be faster than everything? And then it's also got Poison Jab, Grass Knot. I mean, admittedly, Grass Knot would help against stuff like Mudsdale and that, but sometimes just not that great to help. And then in its egg moves, again, not much. We've got Encore, we've got Fake Out, which is actually extremely useful, and we've got Wish. Again, not a lot Togedemaru can really do with its attacks, except for physical. And then we go to in stats, and we can see, okay, 90 base attack, 98 base attack, 96 speed, and then a 40 special attack, and 60s in the HP and defense, and a 73 in the special defense. So we're looking at this and we're thinking, I'm going to make this a physical sweeper, just because even with max investment, we're not going to get anywhere with that special attack. And then when we go into Showdown, we see we've got a lot of stuff that Togedemaru is useful at. We see we've got a basic Choice Scarf Sweeper set, that with Togedemaru's speed being 96, we can already get 291, and just outspeed a lot of stuff. That with the Choice Scarf, we're going to be outspeeding stuff like Greninja. We're going to be outspeeding stuff like Lycanroc. That Togedemaru is just going to be outspeeding a lot of stuff if it has the Choice Scarf on it and speed investment. And then we've got the Sturdy ability just because, since we're not going to be able to protect ourselves from anything, we need to be able to take that hit. So Sturdy is basically going to be the move that you always want a Togedemaru to have. Or, did I say move? I meant ability. And then, for its moveset, basic, just damaging stuff. We've got Zing Zap, Giga Impact, Poison Jab. Again, extremely surprised Togedemaru got Poison Jab, considering it's an electric and steel. And then we've just got U-Turn to return him back to our team if we see something he doesn't want to fight, like a ground type. And then with the investment, just max out the attack, max out the speed, and throw the remaining into HP, and just give him an adamant nature that with his Choice Scarf invest speed, we're not really going to need a Choice Scarf speed with speed boosting nature, but we can. So if you don't want to make him a complete attacker, which I wouldn't recommend, because if you're running Choice Scarf, you kind of need that attack gain. So if you don't want to run Adamant, you can run Jolly, but I would say for this set, or sets similar to this, try running Adamant, just because with the Choice Scarf, you're going to be outspeeding a lot, so just make him a complete physical tank. Well, not tank, but attacker. And then, Moving on to our second Togedemaru set. This one works extremely well in singles and doubles, because its moveset is kind of very clearly OP, that we've got the Bright Powder. Pokemon trying to hit this will have their accuracy reduced to 0.9. That's kinda OP, that with the accuracy of attacks being 0.9, stuff with like 100% accuracy is now getting the accuracy of, say, Play Rough. And Play Rough, as we all know, doesn't always land a hit. And then we've got Sturdy again, just to take the hit. And then we've got Nuzzle, Fell Stinger, and Fake Out, along with Zing Zap. That Fake Out first turn, we get the flinch, and we let either ourselves survive a turn, or we let our opponent do nothing, or we just let our teammate do something in a double battle. That with Fake Out, we'll be flinching one of their Pokemon, and our opponent can just attack two of them. And that's why Togedemaru works extremely well with Lycanroc. That Lycanroc has that Rock Slide, which hits both opponents and has a chance to flinch. So we've already got the Fake Out. So if we hit them with the Rock Slide, that means, okay, we've got one flinch and a possibility of another. Can we get that double? And if we don't, then not the end of the world. And then looking at the rest of his moves, Nuzzle just to get that Paralyze off so that they can't really respond as fast and you'll definitely outspeed. Fell Stinger just because what it does is, again, slightly OP. Raises the user attack by 3 if it KOs the target. Again, amazing in double battles because your teammate lowers something down to a killable level of HP, and you just Fell Stinger to get rid of it. And then your attack goes up by 3 stages, making it simultaneously one of the best and the strongest attacks that you have on you. That with Adamant Nature, bringing them up to 324, we're hitting attack ranges of like, what, 3 does 3 stages. That's 1, brings it up to, I think that maxes it out, actually. I think Fell Stinger maxes out the attack. I don't know, I'd have to look it up, but we're reaching somewhere in the 500s with that attack. And then we've just got Zing Zap just for the stab bonus and the chance to flinch again. I just realized Togedemaru has a lot of flinch. They should have called this thing Flinchamaru. And then, for the investment, pretty much the same as the first one, just max out the attack, max out the speed, throw on the Adamant Nature, and just give it 4 HP. That you're going to want to land the hits and be strong at the hits, so that you can kill and get Fell Stinger and Nuzzle and all that off, and do good at the same time. And then we look at our last Togedemaru set. We've got kind of a sustained damage without attacking. That we've got stuff like Substitute, Spiky Shield, Nuzzle, and Double Team. That, with us having the Iron Barbs ability, if our opponent does land a physical hit, they'll get damaged. And then we gave him the Rocky Helmet just because extra damage from Iron Barbs. And then we've just got Substitute, set up Substitute, since we're only super affected by 3. That we're going to be able to take a few hits with a Substitute and survive. And then Spiky Shield just for that damage and protect at the same time. And Double Team, that we've got evasiveness going up, they're not going to hit us as often. So it'll be just even more tank. And then again, we just throw on the Nuzzle for the Paralyze, just so they can't really hit as fast. And then, in the investment, same nature, Adamant. I think Adamant's probably the nature you're going to want to go for on Togedemaru, unless you're trying to be speedy. So, we just max out the HP, max out the attack, throw on that Adamant nature, and that is the third Togedemaru. And with that, that's going to kind of end this video. I do say that Togedemaru is probably one of the better flinchers that we have, because now he's not only a flincher, he's a para-flincher, because we've got the Paralysis and the Fake Out, and all the flinch moves on him. So we've basically just got a lot of stuff on Togedemaru that is amazing, that if we would have had him in past generations, he probably would have been able to get Iron Head, and just get another flinch move. But anyway, I'm going to leave this episode of How to Use here. If you guys have any Pokemon you want me to do a video on, again, leave them down in the comments, and if you like this video, go ahead and slap the like button as always, and I will see you guys later.